Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another custom LEGO minifigure showcase video, and for this video, I have 9 figures to celebrate the release of Zack Snyder's Justice League, which released last week on Thursday, March 18th on HBO Max. And for this video, I have Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Cyborg, Aquaman, Dazzad, Darkseid, and Steppenwolf. But originally, I wasn't going to do this video at all because to be honest, I really wasn't excited for the movie because I love the original 2017 Joss Whedon cut too much, but when I went in to watch this movie, I had no idea that I would be watching the DC equivalent of Avengers Endgame. And so, I took it upon the liberty of myself to currently diverge from the Godzilla vs. Kong and Godzilla Singular Point project that I had planned. And I just had to take a quick break from those to do these figures because the movie absolutely blew me away. And I wanted to do these figures, so yeah, without further ado, let's get into this thing. Okay, so first up is Ben Affleck's Batman. So, let me just give you a quick 360-degree turn of the figure before we get into it. It's a pretty basic figure, to be honest. I didn't do much with it. Basically, what I did was I took the excellent figure from the most recent Batmobile set that we got. I think it was sometime last year in 2020. And I kept the arms, the legs, well, not the legs, but I kept the arms, the chest, the head, and cowl for that because they were all fantastic. But I changed the cape to a longer cape to fit the outfit that Ben Affleck wears when playing Batman, and I added one of the Lego Batman movie belts there for extra effect, and then I used these ACU Trooper legs from Jurassic World when the franchise first started in 2015, and yeah, and like the set says that, oh, sorry, it does have 2 alternate facial expressions, so yeah, there's that, and yeah, that's pretty much it for Batman, and yeah, he was probably the simplest figure in this video, which is kind of saying something. But yeah, there he is, the Dark Knight. Okay, so next up is the black suit Superman. And yeah, so despite how simplistic this figure looks, he was pretty challenging to make because I had to find a chest with something similar to the black suit, and I ended up finding it in the General Zod torso from the Lego Batman movie collectible minifigure series. I know that the crest is backwards, but that's fine. It works for me because it's the only piece I have that looks anything too close to the black suit in the movie, and so yeah. Then I took the standard Superman hairpiece and I cut off the curl, and then I sanded that. I sanded down where it was cut off, and you can kind of see it right there. And then the standard Superman face was used as well. I just think this face works best for whenever there's a Superman figure. And then I switched out the arms for this suit, and I gave him some tan hands and some random black legs, and I put this standard black cape over him with the edges because really this was the only cape that I had. So Yeah, and it works well in covering up the other side to this figure because that's really the front of the General Zod torso. I just flipped it around, but either way, it still works. And I'm really happy that I got to make the black suit Superman in Lego. So, yeah, that's just me, and I made a pretty cool figure out of it. Okay, so Diana Prince, aka Wonder Woman, was probably one of the more simplistic figures in this showcase, even though the outfit was still challenging to make. So, what I did was I took the standard bear tan arms and I slapped those on there, and uh, I gave her this sword for the for a weapon, and I actually don't really have a shield that can work for her, a shield. So yeah, and I used the regular Wonder Woman hairpiece from when Lego first made Wonder Woman, and I think that works. The head is from Poison Ivy from the Lego Batman movie, and I with this sarcastic side, I think that just matches Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman so well with the sort of sarcastic looking side to it. And the chest is from Kai from the Lego Ninjago movie. The hips are from Jay from I think it was a season 4 of Ninjago, and just for the added blue effect, and the legs are from Supergirl. So yeah, that's gonna do it for Wonder Woman, and yeah, she had a lot more awesome scenes in this cut of Justice League, especially the extended version of the bank robbing scene where she, that scene, it's just way better than it was in the original cut. So yeah, there's Wonder Woman. Victor Stone, aka Cyborg, was definitely one of the best aspects of the Snyder cut because he got a lot more development in this cut of the movie. So I'm really happy that I got the chance to make him in Lego. Basically, what I did was I took the headpiece and the face from Lego's original Cyborg minifigure, and I slapped it onto the chest, arms, and hands from the Lego Mini Micro Fighters Ultron, and I drew the red line down there to emulate the glow, and the legs are from the Excalibur Batman from the Lego Dimensions Fun Pack of the Lego Batman movie. And so being and the face, if you didn't know, does actually have an alternate expression. So yeah, that is Cyborg. I'm so happy with the way that this figure turned out, and I can't wait to see where the DCEU takes his story next. So yeah, there is Victor Stone. Ezra Miller's Flash was probably one of the best things about the original cut of Justice League, and thankfully he was still one of the best parts of the Snyder Cut. And he actually had a bigger part in this version of the movie that I really wasn't expecting. But yeah, going into making this figure, I decided to diverge from what Lego had done with their previous Flash figures. The chest I painted over in red, and then I on both sides, and then I put some black on there. And then as soon as that dried, I Sharpied on the Flash symbol in there, the little lightning bolt with gold Sharpie. The same thing I did for the sort of fins on this motorcycle helmet for the helmet, and the head is the regular Flash head from Lego. I just sharpied the mask detail on that to make it look like that. The arms and the legs are just standard red arms and legs. The hands are black gloves. And the hips are actually from Shredder from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie sets. So, yeah, that's going to do it for Barry Allen. I really enjoyed making this figure, and I hope you guys enjoyed this section of the video. So, there's the Flash. Okay, so for Aquaman, Aquaman was pretty simple. What I did was I took the standard Aquaman head and hair from the current figure that we have now, and I put that onto a Legolas body from the Hobbit sets, and I put these gold arms on there and the tan hands. And the legs are from Poison Ivy from the Lego Batman movie, and the trident is this standard just gray trident and I put the gunmetal gray handle on there at the bottom for added effect, and yeah, and as you would imagine, for those who haven't seen the standard Aquaman face, there is an alternate facial expression. So yeah, and I'm really happy I got to make this figure. Aquaman scenes in the new Justice League were just as good as his scenes in the original cut of Justice League. So yeah, and Jason Momoa, he delivers a great performance anytime he plays Aquaman. So yeah, there he is. Let's move on to the villains now. Okay, so I will admit that I originally was not a fan of the new Steppenwolf design, but as the film went along, it grew on me. I just initially wasn't a fan of the design because I think the original Steppenwolf design was ugly in a way that made him look menacing. So yeah, but this design really grew on me as soon as the film went along. So what I did was I took some inspiration from my Titan figures from Attack on Titan to make Steppenwolf. So and your Darkseid, as you'll see soon on. So what I did was I took a lot of gray brick pieces because the armor, it just covers Steppenwolf in the movie. And so what I ended up doing was like I said, I used the same method as the Attack on Titan builds, but I made him smaller than the others because, to be honest, he's really not that big in the movie. And I did do a separate way for the head and the helmet I had to do. The head, I did my best to show a bit of skin with the head, and then there are some articulation in the legs because of the pieces I used to make them move. And so yeah, and so with the the axe, I built the axe as well out of normal pieces right here. So, and then it just clips on right there. So yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much it for Steppenwolf. I feel like even though I wasn't a big fan of the design, and I still think it's not as menacing as the original, I like this design just as much as the original, and I think he had some pretty awesome scenes in the movie. So yeah, there he is, Steppenwolf. Second to last is the villain we all waited to see ever since the DCEU began in 2013 with Man of Steel, Darkseid. So for Darkseid here, I ended up making the flashback sequence, to the old war version of Darkseid, you know, with the bare chest, and he has this like club thing. I just feel like that design is so much more cooler than the other design. But basically, what I did for Darkseid was I took the closest thing I could find to the closest color I could find to his skin tone in the movie was red. And so I was like, okay, I'll take some red pieces, some like red bricks, and I'll shape what I can into Darkseid. So yeah, and what I did was he has the same sort of articulation as Steppenwolf, and just like Steppenwolf, he also has a weapon that is clipped on there, and it can close just like that. And yeah, so yeah, and then the arms can move as well, and the hands and the legs, the fingers, and for the head I ended up doing. I had to draw like a sort of angry expression on there, and you know, I wanted to make it different from the one Steppenwolf has, and then I had to like make it look like the type of like machinery thing that Darkseid wears in the film. So yeah, and I think that worked out really well. And if you'll notice, the thing in his chest, I did my best to make the Omega symbol that he has on branded on his chest in the movie. So yeah, that is pretty much it for Darkseid. I could not believe those scenes with him in the movie. They were just absolutely awesome and definitely exceeded the expectations I had for Darkseid's inclusion in the film. So yeah, there you go. That is Darkseid. Let's move on to the final figure. And so for the last figure in the showcase, we have Darkseid's advisor, Dazzad. And so for Dazzad here, I really just made a small minifigure version of him because, to be honest, we really don't know his actual size, because for the majority of the film, he was basically that like molten hologram thing that, or whatever it was with how Steppenwolf was communicating with him. But for the figure, I took a crocodile torso from Chima and flipped it around, and I think that works. The little green cape is from the Quidditch variant of Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. The arms are just these standard black arms and a standard black hood. This dress piece, I can't remember what the piece was from, but I know it was from a character from Lego Batman. And then the face is actually a Joker face from the Lego Batman movie. I was kind of running out of creepy faces to use, and so I just decided to go with this one. But I think it works equally well for Dazzad, and that's gonna do it for the figure, and that's gonna do it for my Justice League Zack Snyder cut showcase. And so yeah, yeah, let's go ahead and conclude the video. Okay, so yeah, there you go. That is going to do it for my custom Lego minifigure showcase on these figures from Zack Snyder's Justice League. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, I highly recommend that you go check out any of the other videos that I have on the channel. And yeah, if you, and don't forget to like it and subscribe to Wolf as well. But yeah, Zack Snyder's Justice League is an amazing cinematic film that, believe me, none of you want to miss it. So if you're old enough to see it, I highly recommend you go check it out because you do not want to miss it. But yeah, and I'm gonna have to get back to work and go overtime to work on my Godzilla vs. Kong project for the release of the film because it's been moved up to this Thursday on the 25th. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go overtime to complete those figures, especially since it's been confirmed that Mechagodzilla will be in the film. So yeah, it's another project I can't wait to do, and I can't wait to show you guys those figures once they're done. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys when we celebrate the release of Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, and always remember, be what you want to be. I'll see you guys later. Bye.